Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will show you how to perform edit operation in MVC5. Let me show you first the final output. For that, I have to first display all the students from database into a view. Then go to controller, students controller. Here I have to write a method. And pass it to the view. Student list. Right click on the action method and add view. Here the model is the student model, so student, but from the controller we are passing all the students, that is a list of students. So I have to here in a table I will display all the students. To create a table first. After the head tag I have to head the body, and here I want to iterate all the students lists. For that I will use for each loop. And here another th for action. Here we will put three buttons. One is edit, one is details, and other is delete. Let me run the project. Here it is. Now I want to add a button here and navigate it in this page, student list page. For that I have to go to shared folder, layout, just duplicate it, student, what is the action method, student list, in student controller. Let me check student list. Let me run once again. Click here. Yes, it is working. Now one thing, I do not want to display student class ID as 1, student section ID as 1, like that. I want to display the student class name as 1, like 5, not ID, then the value of this class and student section of the class. For that I have to do some changes here. Let me do it first. Here I have to do eager loading. What is eager loading? I am explaining. Let me finish first. Is such that is dot student class. This include method is present in system.data.entity namespace. So include using statement and problem resolved. Next, I want to include also student section is such that is dot section, and in view I do not want to use student class ID. Student class thus dot class name. Section name, and here let me run. Yes, it's okay. Now I have to add 3 buttons in action column. One is edit button, second is details button, third is delete button. Let me do it first. The button name is edit, action name edit, and controller name is student. Here one thing, I have to pass the student ID through this button. For that I will use this overload. First is link text, second is action name, that is link text is edit, action name is edit, and control name is student. Next, route value and HTML attributes. What is the route value? In the route value I have to pass the student ID. For that, ID is equal to student dot ID, and let me style some CSS. One is button class, button primary, and button access extra small. Let me run. It's okay. Now I am going to create this edit action method. For that, public action result edit. Here I will receive ID as a parameter. ID is integer type ID, but I want this ID should be nullable. For that I have to put a question mark here, and here I will check if ID is not equal to null, then return bad request. If ID is not null, then we will fetch particular this student with the ID. Here I will use singular default method. Student such that student dot ID is equal to ID. If this student is not present in the database, then we have to check that. If student is equal to null, then let me copy and pass here from not found. If student is present here, I want to return this student data into this index action method. For that I have to return view in the index. Let me show you one thing. Index, go to index view. Here index is receiving students view model data. For that I have to create a view model instance here. And here I have to populate all the students view model property. Let me check what is the property. ID, student name, student class ID, section ID, all these things. Let me populate that first. ID is equal to the student dot ID. Student class ID, student dot class ID. section ID, section ID. These two properties also, student class list and student section list, and I will pass it. I have already written this code. And pass this view model to index. Actually, I am going to use this index form for both insert and update. For that, I will use here is add, edit. Okay. I think everything is okay. Let me run. Student, go to student list. Then if I go and click here, I think it is no, student data is not populating. Let me check what is happening here. Oh, there is no name. Student's name, student name. Now it will work perfectly. Yes, it is populating perfectly. But here is a problem. When I will click the Save Student button, it will perform this action method. Let me show you. Save Student action method. What is Save Student? Here is the Save Student action method. Here I am just inserting the student. Then I have to do two performances here. One is insert, second is update. For that I have to do some changes in. I have to provide a hidden field. Hidden for a student such as student.id. Student ID is in hidden. And here I will check the ID property of student. Then if the student ID is 0, then we will insert, else we will edit. If viewModel.id is equal to 0, then insert student, else edit student. I have already written the insert statement. Copy, cut student from add student, cut here and paste it here. But save changes is here. Actually we will perform either insert or edit, then we will save changes. If the student ID is not 0, then I have to fetch the student from database. Okay, I am fetching student in Devi variable. Let me check if it is populated or null. If student in DB is equal to null, then we will return not found. Copy it, change it, not found. If student is present, then change the student's name, their class name and section ID. Student's name in student's name db dot class ID is equal to class ID That's all. Let me run the project. First, put a debugger here. Go to student, and I want to put a button here for add new student. Let me create first. For that I need index action method of student controller, and I want to put some CSS class. For that, new it's fine. Let me run first. Here is this add new student. Click here. I'm going add. Let us add a student 2 class 10 section C and click add student. Here we are in debugging. Let me check the value. Look, ID is 0, therefore we will insert. If ID is not 0, then we will edit. Continue. Okay, the student 2 is added. Let us edit one student. Edit, put a plus here, edit. Now check, the ID is 1, and look here. Continue and edit it. Thank you for watching. If you find this video is helpful for you, please subscribe our channel.